What's happening, people? What's happening? Welcome to United Plus, where we're talking all things Man United. It's a good day today. It's a very good day today. We've made a little bit of progress. We're making progress, guys, and it is beautiful. It's what we want to see. Finally, Ineos are pulling their finger out. They're a bit more serious. They're jumping forward. They've made a new deal for MBUEMO, which they can't resist that. They can't resist that. They said they wanted 70 mil for MBUEMO. We've basically given them the 70 mil. So yeah, that's good. That's good news. Apparently there's a new Rashford link to a team in the Serie A, to Juventus. Juventus have basically tied up Sancho, and now they're willing to take Rashford off us. Yes, thank you, Juve. Thank you very much to the old lady. Another bit of news as well that we'll touch on. I don't know how much I believe this, but Manchester Evening News just about 40 minutes ago dropped something saying how the Osimhen deal is still it's not done, and Man United is still fishing about for Osimhen. So that is still a possibility. Like, that makes, do you know how happy that makes me? I'm gassed off that. I love Osimhen, bro. That's who we need. I mean, MBUEMO, Osimhen, and Cunha up to imagine that. But yeah, leave your comments, smash the likes, smash the subscribe. We're gonna get into it. First things first. New bid made for MBUEMO. They've basically given them what they wanted. Yeah, they've nearly, it all adds up to the 70 mil. They said 70 mil. At first, they were saying, 65, and now that the price apparently jumped up to 70. And we've basically given them that. So, what do we reckon? Is that a done deal? For me, that's a done deal. Right? It's got to be, surely. What else? What else could there be, man? Ranger says the fact they made a bid now surprised me. 70 mil. How much do these guys want? Jacko Boxing. Big up Jacko Boxing, man. Yeah, man. How much do they want, bro? Like, honestly, Brentford. Come on, man. We know you lot are good at doing business, Brentford. They bought in players like Morpay, sold him for a lot more. Ollie Watkins sold him for a lot more. Then they got Ben Rama, sold him for like 30 mil. Brentford are good at business, man. We need to be getting their head of directors and directors of football and their people in, and their scouts as well, because they be picking up players for cheap and picking up some decent players from Norway and Denmark and all over. Do you know what I mean? Like MBUEMO. Do you know what I mean? So now they're selling MBUEMO to us for 70 mil. I think MBUEMO is going to do well, man. I think MBUEMO is going to hit the ground running at Man United. It's going to suit him, that 3-4-3 formation, playing on the right attacking midfield. He's going to get a bag of goals, a bag of assists playing in that position. He's a hard worker. He's a Premier League player. He's a Premier League player, man. He's got it all, man. Even, penalties, everything. He does it all. They paid what they wanted. Clowns of negotiations by Ineos, man. It's true because they took so long doing it. They could have, it seems to me, yeah, and you lot let me know what you think as well. It seems to me like Ineos are doing one deal at a time because that's all they can do. So they spent so long on this one deal because they're doing one deal at a time, bartering over the 4 million, 5 million, and then ended up giving them what they wanted anyway. So why didn't you save us a whole load of time, get him done, and then move on to the next one, seeing as you're doing one deal at a time? Because the quicker you get him in, the better it is for Amorim to do his pre-season campaign and get this team gelled together. I'm not the biggest fan of Amorim in the world, yeah, but what it does look like is he's put these players on strict, regimented, personal training regimes this summer because they've all come back looking a lot fitter. Look at Casemiro, bro. He was a fatty. Now he's all like stripped. He's looking trim. It's looking good. So the more time that you give Amorim with his new players, any manager, to be honest, pre-season, the better it is that they're going to be able to implement their strategies and ideas. So it is important that Ineos do get these deals done quick. It's Anthony all over again. Expect 85 million price next week. Nah, it should be done, man. It should be done. They wanted 70 mil. They're getting the 70 mil. Jacko, Brentford, a good business club. Whiss out the door next, surely. Yeah, Jacko, I know. Yeah, he might be on his way to Tottenham. What do you reckon? Is that a good striker for Tottenham? I think so. I think he's a good Premier League striker. 180 people in here. Get the likes up and subscribe. Yes, lads, please do so. Jacko saying Hendo probably pissed joining the project at this point. What, the Brentford project? Yeah. It's not going to be as good as it was when Thomas Frank was about, isn't it? It looks like it's kind of on its way down with people like Hendo. Rango saying, I've been saying for a long time, we do have the money, but Ineos Glazers can't be asked to spend. It's true, man. It's a lot of penny pinching. A lot of that going on at the moment. They're sacking the bloody dinner lady, for God's sake. So, yeah, there is the money there. There is the money there. I don't believe that all this Ratcliffe stuff about, oh, we haven't got the money. We haven't got the money. I think he's just doing that to stop other teams adding on the United tax. You know, but they're still doing it and they're still caving in. Look, 70 million for MBUEMO, 62 million for Cunha. That's already 130 mil. Done. Bosh, 130 mil. And at the start of the summer, weren't they saying, oh, we've only got 100 mil to spend? Well, that's already been extra off with 2 players. So I don't know about that one. I reckon MBUEMO is going to smash it, bro. Like instantly. Him and Cunha, they're going to smash it. So it's one thing to be positive about. The only thing is they need a striker. They need a third partner. And what do we reckon, guys? Who should that be out of the options that we have left? Who are the options that we have left? Watkins, we're not in for him anymore. Apparently, and this is what I've just read from the Manchester Evening News, literally just about an hour ago, they put this story out that Osimhen's deal to Galatasaray isn't actually done. It's not done yet. And Man United have got their noses in and around Osimhen and that deal. Imagine that. Imagine we get Osimhen. Imagine we get Osimhen. Do you know how happy I'll be? He's the man we need. He is the man we need because he can play that one-touch mouse. I've been saying it from the start of the transfer window. Yeah, we don't need Delap. We don't need Gyökeres. We don't need them, man, because they're better versions of Højlund, but they're similar in playing style because they'll get the ball, they turn around, they put their head down, and they run. They run into space with the ball. They're carriers. They're carriers of the ball. We don't need that because we play against teams that play the low block against us all the time. Maybe against better teams, we can have a player that can do that. Maybe Delap would have been good to have on the bench to come on and do that against teams when they get tired, or you know that kind of thing. But what we need is a player that can play in the small position, in the tight holes, in the tight positions, knock the ball, one touch, bounce, chest it off, lay off the man, head it. Do you know what I mean? Get in front of the defender, one touch, bounce back into Bruno, and then Bruno clips it over to MBUEMO. That's what we need. Somebody that can do that, because Højlund hasn't got the touch for that. His touch is terrible. He can't do it every time. He seems to be holding and battling with defenders, but when the ball gets pumped into him, he's taking one touch and it's going boing. Do you know what I mean? It's not sticking. It's not sticking. So Osimhen, he's a bully. He's the man for that. He's the man for that. I swear to God, I'll cut my hair off to get Osimhen. I'll do it. I'll do it. I said it live. I'll cut my hair off if we get Osimhen. For Osimhen. Ineos, if you're listening, I'll do it. I'll do it now. Jacko says proven goal. So you're talking about Whistler again? You're taking about Spurs all day. Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you would. What do you think about the Garnacho situation? Him and Rashford training alone, apparently. If they don't want to be at the club, then there's no point of them. There's no point of them training with the team, is there? Because look, Amarim's trying to build his team unit. He's trying to build a structure. He's trying to implement his strategies and get them regimented into these players. There's no point of them training with the team. They might as well train alone. They might as well go to the gym. They might as well hit the gym, hit the bags. They might as well hit the treadmill, which is what Rashford's been doing anyway, from what I see. So yeah, it's not bad. I do think that Garnacho can become a good player. I do think maybe Rashford's got one more season in him somewhere. If he goes to a slower league like La Liga or Bundesliga or Liga or wherever, if he goes to a European league out of the Prem, I think Rashford will do really well there. Don't get me wrong, because he's had injuries, he's slowed down. He doesn't look like he's got the desire to even play like that. So he needs to go somewhere a bit slower, a little bit like easier, a little bit less high pace and high intensity, and you'll see Rashford picking off goals. He'll get goals if he goes somewhere like that. Marwan says, let's get to 900 subs by the end of the stream. Let's do it, boys. Big push, man. We're nearly there. Look, we're nearly at 1,000, man. Get us there. Get us to 1,000, man, please. We would really appreciate that, man. Rajat says, get Bakayoko. Don't know, man. I think we can do a bit better than that, man. Bakayoko's all right. I think. Listen, I'll take anyone at the moment, man. We got Højlund, for fuck's sake. We got Højlund, bruv. Like, I'll take anyone. I like Xerxes, man. I think Xerxes will play well in that hole. Like I said, he can bounce the players. He can come into that gap, and he can demand the ball to feet, and he can hold players off. Does it better than Højlund, much better. And he can do the one touch into Bruno and run and spin off, and make space for Cunha and MBUEMO to run in behind. He can do all that, and that's what we need, man. That's ultimately what we need. Ranger says there are Sesko links. We were in for Sesko a few years ago, and I don't know what happened there, man. But I've always liked Sesko since then. He would be good. He's a little bit lightweight though, isn't he? For the Prem, don't we think? I don't know. Correct me if I'm mistaken. He might be stronger than he looks, but he looks a bit lightweight for the Prem. I wouldn't mind him though. Obviously, still he's going to be better than Højlund. He probably moves better than Højlund. Højlund just looks like he's stuck in the mud all the time. I don't know what it was like. Look, let's talk about Højlund for a second, man. What happened to him? The first season that he came to United, obviously he was 19. First season in the Prem, got to settle. First few games, didn't bag, didn't really do much. And then he started scoring. Second half of the season, he started scoring goals. And not, some of them were all right. Some of them were good goals. Some of them were good athletic goals. He scored 11 goals in his first season in the Prem. He scored 6 goals in the Champions League. He was top goal scorer in the group stages of the Champions League. He had 13 big chances missed in the Premier League last season and scored 11. Darwin Núñez had scored 11 goals in the Premier League last season and had 27 big chances missed. Yeah? What happened to the guy? We thought this next season, he's meant to kick on from that. He's meant to get a little bit better, no? What? Like, I just don't understand, man. I really don't understand what happened to the guy. Adam Partridge says, big up, mate. You okay? I'm a United fan. Good, man. Love that, man. Subscribe, man. Hit the likes, subscribe. We're going to be talking a lot of Man United stuff on this channel. Going to be having a lot of debates. all of that good stuff, man. Garnacho, a bit like how Guendouzi was attitude-wise. Hope he can turn it around. Bags of talent, the kid. It's true, look, good player, man, with the ball at his feet. Decision making's a bit bad. We can hold that to him being young. He's not the fastest, but he's got pace. He's got a good curling shot on him sometimes. Sometimes they're wayward, but he's young. That'll get better. I've seen there's potential. There's a lot of potential in Garnacho, man. And it's a shame that we couldn't keep a hold of him. It's a shame that he couldn't keep his head down. I don't know, man. Maybe he tried. He did. Do you know what I mean? Like when Amorim first came in, he put Garnacho and Rashford onto the sidelines. Not just on the sidelines, out of the squad. And Garnacho showed enough good attitude in training, and Amorim said it himself. He trained well. He tried to be positive and come back into the team, and he did. He battled his way back into the team. Since then, obviously, because of the Europa final, Garnacho's getting benched and Mount is starting ahead of him when Mount didn't really play any of the games leading up. He's come out and he's had a spat with Amorim again, and obviously, look, man, you shouldn't be doing that. I understand why he's pissed off, but you shouldn't be doing that, man. Especially if you're not having a worldy season, if you're not doing what Bruno was doing last season, then really and truly, none of you should be speaking. Like, the only person that has the right to say anything is Bruno, and he doesn't do that. Do you know what I mean? He stays professional. I'll rather have Sesko than signing Watkins for 60 mil. Would you? I don't know, man. Sesko, look, Watkins isn't the greatest, but Watkins is Prem proven. Sesko's a bit of a risk. Do you know what I mean? Like, Watkins gets his 15, 16 goals a season, his not 8, I don't know, maybe like 5 assists or something every season. He's been doing that for the last 2-3 seasons whilst he's been at Aston Villa. So I'd say by now, Ollie Watkins is Prem proven striker. Last season, he had a really good season. He scored 19 goals in the Prem. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not Watkins' biggest fan, but either him or Sesko. Yeah, I don't know, man. Teams have figured out Højlund. Now Bum can't do shit. Don't know if there was much to figure out, though. Like, it's not like he does step overs and takes people on, and he literally just like battles. Every time I watch him, it looks like he's stuck in the mud. He's just battling defenders, and then the ball gets pinged into his feet and it just bounces off, and then I don't know. And then he gets hold of the ball sometimes and just runs with his head down and runs into dark alleys and doesn't do anything. So, but he doesn't even make the right runs. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you see a person on the edge of the area looking to cross the ball, like, make the run across the box. He doesn't even do that. He just stands. He stands. He's waiting for the ball to just hit him. I don't know what he's on. Was Højlund ever good? Look, he showed a lot of potential at the end of the first season that he played, or in between, from halfway. So it's not that he was ever good. He looked like he could become good just because he got a few goals. He was a bit more confident. He was way more confident. He was looking a lot more confident, and I don't know, man. He could have become good, and he should have become good. So Rajat says, "Yep, I like Garnacho. Kind of shame he had big ego and Prob. Yep, Prob will leave." He says, "Yeah, I know, man. It is a shame. He could have been something good." People think Bruno complains, but at least he is professional and never usually talks bad about club. It's true, man. I don't know, like, people. Was it the media that jumped on him after that Liverpool game and were like, "Oh yeah, he throws his arms up in the air." It was literally that was literally the only time. So why is it? I don't understand why he's been made out to have a bad attitude when he doesn't. He's never had a bad attitude. He's kind of the opposite of that. He has a good attitude. he gets on with it and plays well. I don't understand the Bruno hate, man. I really don't. I get it. Sometimes people are saying, you know, that their point is that everything has to run through Bruno, and or sometimes he rushes on the ball. His pass completion rate isn't the highest, but then again, Bruno is also the kind of person that is trying to carry the game. You know, he's also the kind of person that has the pass that can unlock defenses. So sometimes he has to play the risky pass. So his pass completion rate is going to suffer. But his assists and his goals also kind of make up for that. So I don't know, man. I really don't understand that one. Ranger says, yeah, but look at Watkins' age. It's true. He's a lot older. He is a lot older. But can we afford to go out there and get another maybe striker for how 70 mil I think they wanted, isn't it, for him? 60, 70 mil. And then he hits the Prem and he's just another Werner. We don't want a Timo Werner. Do you know what I mean? It's a risk. That's what I think he needs to do. Because look, they've signed from Brentford and from Wolves. And MBUEMO and Cunha, both of them done really well in the Premier League last season. I think those are kind of safe bets, man. And that's what we kind of need at the moment, man. Look, Fergie used to do it all the time. Perform well in the Premier League. Fergie's coming up and snapping you up. Berbatov, Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, the lot. So, I don't know, man. To be honest, bro, either of them I'll be so happy with, man. Mateta, if he's available, is my first choice. Manar, but Osimhen is the one. Big up Mustafa. That is, you know, Mateta as well. Yeah, Mateta as well. It's true. Mateta as well is another one I would take. He looks like he's got a good touch, good technique. That goal he scored, I can't remember who it was against, but he literally took the ball on his chest and hit the ball on the turn, on the volley on the turn. Cracker. He looks like he's got that good control, that calm, composed style of play as well. I'll take Mateta all day, man. I'll take Mateta all day, but obviously Osimhen is like, that's like a dream. That's like a dream for us, man. Osimhen's got that character, that arrogance, and he's a big player. Like it's a statement. You go out there, Osimhen's, people are saying he's the best striker on earth right now. He's a big name. He's a big name in football. Like there's a lot of big teams that want him. There's the Saudi team is willing to pay him £1 million a week or whatever it was. And you go out and get Osimhen. That's a statement from Man United saying, yo, we're not trying to be 15th. We're not trying to finish mid-table. We're not trying to finish 8th. We're trying to, you know, play for something. We're trying to go for the Champions League spots, or, you know, that's a statement. So if I was Ineos, which I'm not, but if I was, I would do everything I can to go out there and get Osimhen, man. And he's there. He's chilling. I don't even know, like, these Galatasaray links, it's like, it's too good to be true for Galatasaray and for Galatasaray fans. Osimhen's too good for them, man. He's out here trying to, look, he turned down Saudi team. He turned down millions. He turned down that lifestyle to prove himself and come to Europe and do well and go to a big European team. I don't know for what reason, but some teams, obviously a lot of teams haven't gone for him and he's just holding out. I think the Galatasaray conversation is holding up because maybe Osimhen wants it to hold up and he wants to see if that Galatasaray deal would push other teams to hurry up, you know, and make them want to accelerate their, you know, their energy and come for him, because it's been going on for, like, they made the deal and apparently it got accepted a while ago, and now it's just all up in the air again. Napoli are saying they want this. He's saying he doesn't want to go. I don't know. It's so, maybe he's available. Maybe he's there. Coach can develop Sesko then maybe. Yeah, he can. He can do, but I don't know what can he develop him into. Yeah, he's gonna have to get stronger. He's gonna have to do Apparently, Havertz has been in the gym. Apparently, Havertz is trying to do all that, get stronger, and I don't know, man. I don't know if he needs the gym. If he needs a different type of gym, man. He needs a composure in front of goal kind of gym. Arson's Ute says you need Watkins. It's true, we do need Watkins, man. We need someone. We need a striker. I don't mind Watkins. I think I'd look right now. Top of the list, Osimhen by far. Second is Mustafa. Yeah, you're right, Mateta. Third for me is probably Watkins, and then Sesko. And that's a good little bunch to pick out from. To be honest, it's not too bad, but obviously Osimhen's like that's the top of the top for me, man. That's the creme de la creme. Mustafa says reminds me of wrestler, but just gets bullied. I think he's talking about Højlund. Rajat 29, not that old. Is that Watkins? Yeah, Watkins. Yeah, it's not too old. It's not old. 29 players should be in their prime, you know, still. Højlund doesn't have a clue about football now, I feel. I don't know, man. He doesn't. He probably never did, but his confidence is just, you can see it in him. His confidence has been shot. It's been proper shot. And he looks like it, and he's playing like it, and he's playing like he doesn't believe in himself at all. And I don't know, man. Is that Man United fans' fault? Are we too quick to jump onto players? Are we the Real Madrid fans of Europe, of England? Sometimes I think so, you know. I think we're so quick to jump on players and just start giving them grief that it just knocks their head down. But then again, you know, you got to be stronger to make it and succeed at Man United, because the pressure is massive. Even big players have come to Man United and not been able to handle the pressure. Look at Alexis Sanchez. Look at Radamel Falcao. Mustafa says, Ranger, don't be harsh on him. Still young. Bought him at 19. Yeah, that's true. Højlund, he is still young. That's what I'm saying. He's still young. He was young at 19. He played his first season. He scored 11 goals, 13 big chances missed. That's not bad ratio. I think it was one of the best ratios in the Premier League in his first season. In the Prem. And usually they say, you know, you need a season to settle. And he was 19. So it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad at all, his first season. So maybe we were really harsh on him, and as soon as he stopped scoring, but then he just looked like he couldn't do anything. Maybe he had some sort of, I don't know, but I just can't work it out with Højlund, man. It's mad. Mayrick says, good evening, bro. Don't you think Amorim might be cooking a 3-5-2 team? Basically 3 centre-back, 2 wing-backs, 2 8s behind Bruno, who is at 10, with 2 strikers / inverted wingers. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Amorim, I think he's so stubborn that he's not trying to adapt or change his system at all. However, I think if you play someone like Xerxes as the number 9, he's going to drop in, and it will look like what you're saying, like a 3-5-2, because Cunha and MBUEMO will be the players running behind. That's what I imagine. That's what I think you're getting at there as well. And Bruno will come in as the number 10 behind the number 2s, or Xerxes will be that number 10. I mean, that's the only way I can see it becoming more of a 3-5-2, because I don't think Amorim will set out as a 3-5-2. I think he's dug his grave a little bit here by saying, I'm not changing any of my formation. I'm not changing the strategy. I'm not, you know, and he kind of has to stick to it now, isn't it? Which can be a good thing. I don't know, man. I used to think it was a good thing when managers changed up their formations and their tactics to suit whatever game they're playing in, or to go against whoever they're playing against. You don't have to keep it the same every single time, you know, like switch it up. But nowadays, I think managers come with just one formation. It's like they just come with that one formation, that one tactic, that one strategy, and they just have to play that one way every single time. Well, I don't know, man. It's a new day and age thing. Experienced striker is not a bad thing to have. Jonathan Burke, big up Jonathan, says, so we got MBUEMO and Cunha in the 2-10 positions. That's right, boy. That's right. That is what we want as well, man. And MBUEMO and Cunha in the 2 number 10 positions. And then this is the question we're trying to answer right here, John. Let us know what you think. Who is starting in that number 9? Like I said, man, my number 1 for who would start up in that number 9 is Osimhen. Then probably Mateta. Then who was it again? Watkins. Then probably Sesko. That's my order of who I'd like in there. For now, it's probably going to be Xerxes over Højlund. Xerxes over Højlund all day, man. That's not even a question. Jacko Boxing, United should sign that young Romanian fella. Big oh, come on, mate. Mayrick Peterson, this is what? Okay, so this is your team here. Goalkeeper Martinez, that Emi Martinez, yeah. Centre back Yoro, Delit, Martinez, and then wing backs Ahmad and Dorgu. 2 8s, Ugarte, Mainu. 10 is Bruno. Strikers Cunha and MBUEMO. That could work. That could work as a 3-5-2. I don't think Amorim will do it, but that can work. Ugarte and Mainu in the midfield together, I think, is a good pairing. Ugarte does the ball winning. Mainu can just keep the ball ticking and keep the ball. It's not a bad shout. Matchday Shells, big up Manar. Manar Galatasaray is done, bro. 40 million plus 35 next season. It's over, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Manchester Evening News just dropped something saying that it's held up and we're sniffing about, apparently. I don't know, man. It might not be true at all, but maybe I'm just being an optimist. But they're saying that that's stalled now. Napoli are asking for different things. Osimhen's asking for different things. And maybe Osimhen just kind of made that link there. Or maybe his agents gassed up Galatasaray and said, yeah, go for him, put in a bid. So that they'd put in a big fat bid and it would kind of hurry up all the other teams because all the other teams are like taking their time with Osimhen. You got Liverpool flirting with him. You got Chelsea that were flirting with him, not anymore. And you got Man United that are obviously too shook. Even Arsenal at one point were looking at Osimhen. So you got all these teams deliberating over Osimhen. Shall we not? Shall we not? And he's gone, go on, Galatasaray, stick a bid in to make everybody else hurry up. I'd love that. If that was the case, man. Could see Osimhen at maybe Milan, Juve, Barcelona level sort of club. Gala is good, but he's not top level. That's what I'm saying, though. Him going to Galatasaray is a shame, bro. He's one of the best strikers in Europe at the moment, isn't he? So a few players like getting criticised makes them want revenge and show off they are good. Who are we talking about here? Sancho, Garnacho, Rashford, Anthony, all of our players. Yeah, a lot of our players are like that, man. So, I don't know, man. Players like Rashford, as soon as they get criticised, they crumble. You know what I mean? They don't they don't like getting criticised. Jonathan Burke saying, "Is Luke Shaw worthy?" I don't know, man. He looks like he's been in training and trying to trim up and get all sexy and lean again for the next season. And it's not just him; it's a few others, but he's just so injury prone. I've never seen a more injury prone player. Has there ever been a more injury prone? Even like Owen Hargreaves weren't that injury prone. This guy, every other day, he plays for like 10 minutes and he's injured, him and Mount. But Mason Mount's injuries seem to be a bit shorter. Like Luke Shaw gets injured for like 9 months, plays for like 3 days and then injured for 9 months again. It's a mad one. He's a good player when he's actually playing. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. He's one of them ones where, and tell me what you think. He's one of them ones where I'd just pay him out. I'd just pay him out and get him off the books. Because he's just there, hanging about, nicking a living, setting a kind of energy and a culture of I don't have to try. I'm still here getting paid. He's one of them. He's one of them players, and he's like, it's like Sancho. It's like, you know, that's the kind of player that we're trying to get rid of. So get rid of him. Get rid of Luke Shaw, man. It's too much. I don't know, man. He's then again, he is putting it in now, and he's trying to get back in there. So he don't want Gyökeres type. He doesn't. Who? Amorim. Amorim doesn't want the Gyökeres type. Yeah, I hope so, man. Because what is the Gyökeres type? The Gyökeres type is running behind, get the ball deep, turn around and run with the ball. Put your head down, storm through players. You know, he's got a good finish on him at the end of the day. But is he the pretty with the feet, playing the whole one-touch bounce kind of move, bully defender? I know he bullies defenders, but is he the one-touch bounce kind of move, kind of striker that we need at Man United? I don't know, man. I don't know if Gyökeres is the man. Big up. Yes. No particular one, no. Arsenal's you 100%. Luke Shaw is a leech. He is, man. He has been a leech. He's been leeching. He's been leeching for a long time. That's what I've been saying. And now we got Mason Mount, another one. He's been leeching since he's got here. He's been leeching since he's got at Man United. So I don't know, man. I'm trying not to be too negative, but it's hard. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. Rajat says, why do Arsenal want him? He doesn't fit them that well. He does, though. He does fit Arsenal. He fits Arsenal way better than he fits Man United. I'll tell you why. Because the Arsenal that we know now is not the same Arsenal that we've grown up watching. This Arsenal is long throws, corners, crosses in the box. This Arsenal is a different type of Arsenal, and that's why they've got Havertz in the gym, because they're like, bruv, if you want to play, you're gonna have to start winning your headers and flipping your flick-ons and your knock-ons, and they're playing that Stoke Arteta Pulis, bro. So Gyökeres kind of does suit them a bit more, man. He's tall, he's big, he played in the Championship. He's perfect for them. Joshua Boucher, we have many young strikers trying to become first choice. I think Mitrovic will be perfect number 9 for a season or two. Mitrovic. If you try to say Mitrovic, what playing in the Saudi League right now? I wouldn't mind. I don't know, man. Mitrovic he's more of a meant Mitrovic. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, Mitrovic is a header, like he's a big presence. He scores a lot of headers. He's a bit of a bully. He's not. I don't know if he's the right guy to be playing in the tight spaces. Has he got a great touch to be taking the one-touch bounce? Can you pump the ball into him and he'll just take the one touch and move? I don't know. I wouldn't mind Mitrovic. He's better than fucking Højlund, man, to be honest, bro. So yeah, I'll take Mitrovic all day. He's a proven striker at the end of the day. That's it. The Arsenal that you know now is the Man United that you once knew. Nah, man, we weren't playing long throws, were we? We weren't. I don't know, man. Maybe a little bit, but not not like that, man. We were playing beautiful football as well. Like if you watch us with Giggsy and Scholes, and we were knocking the ball. Even Beckham was twisting man up, and you know it was different. Putting nice crosses in. We weren't playing 4 corners. You know what I mean? 191 subs. That's right, man. Get subscribing. Get your likes in as well, man. Would have taken João Pedro. Yeah, I would have taken João Pedro as well, man. He's looking good. He's looking like he can play in them holes. He's a techie baller. I'll take him all day. Arsenal you says Uno reverse. A little bit, but not really, man. Like the Arsenal we used to watch, yeah, and obviously your name's Arsenal, you are Arsenal fans, so the Arsenal we used to watch was nice football, man. It was nice football. Now they're doing the opposite of that and still not winning. So I don't really want to get onto Arsenal like that, but at the same time, it's like, you tell me as an Arsenal fan, are you happy with the way you lot are playing football? I don't know, man. Ramo, we need to go get Mateta, if not Osimhen. It's true, 100%. We need to go and get Mateta. For me, it's the other way around. We need to go and get Osimhen. If not, then Mateta. Osimhen for me that's a dream. Like, if we get Osimhen, ridiculous. 891 subs, man. Them. Big up everyone. Let's get to 900. 9 more subscriptions, boys, and we're at 900. Let's do that, man. Let's do that today. Let's get to 900, man. 9 more subscribers. Let's go, man. We can easily do that. Let us see how Gyökeres will play. Prem is different test to Portuguese Liga. That's what I've been saying, man. That's what I've been saying for a long time. It's a different test, and it's a different test for Amorim too. You know, like he's used to having easy weeks in the Portuguese league, playing against teams like Santa Clara and whoever else. You can't do that in the Prem. There's no easy weeks. There's no easy game. Everyone you play against, it's like a cup final. You've got to win that. Every single game is a 100 mile an hour, and it's not easy, bro. Like, I think Amorim's got a lot to learn, man. A lot to learn. And have we got the time to give somebody the time to learn? I don't know, man. I don't think we do. Ramo says the Arsenal we know now ain't winning anything. It's true. It's true. But they're better than us. Like, we can't really get at them too much, innit? Like, they're better than us. Would we take the way they're playing if we were winning? I don't know, man. Would we take that? They're still not winning anything, though. Like, the last few seasons, look, 2 seasons ago we came third and won the Carabao. It's not that bad. They came second and won nothing. So I don't know, man. Like, our situation isn't too bad compared to Arsenal's, is it? Jim Bob says yes. The lads, subscribe. Get your subscriptions in, boys. Yes, Jim Bob. Joshua Boucher says we could bring Tony back to the Prem. I've always liked Tony. I've always thought he should be at a bigger club in the Prem. Like, him going to Al Hilal or wherever he went is it's a shame, because he should have been playing at a bigger team in the Premier League, man. He suits the Prem. He's got the prowess, the arrogance, the confidence. He's got it all for the Premier League, and I think he would have been a great striker for Arsenal. I don't know what, like, obviously we're talking about Arsenal quite a lot because this ain't an Arsenal channel, but he would have been a good striker for them. Like, he does what they want, you know, and holds up the ball and does all of the stuff that they need. But he'd also, playing in this Amorim system, Tony would be good, man. But I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Ron says, big up, bro. Show looks good. Nice one. Big up, Ron, man. Jim Bob says, Arsenal will have their best season this year. What's that? Still second. Rajat says, if only Greenwood didn't have these weird allegations on his head. Bro, I know, man. What a shame. You know what it is, yeah? Greenwood's just a fucking flop, man. He's such a good player, bro. He's still out there doing really well. But he had to go and do some dumb shit. Jim Bob, Mateta is now apparently available for 30 to 35 mil. That's a good shout. That's a great, like, what else do we want? 30 to 35 mil. Go and get him. Obviously, like, when we go and get him, we'll probably get the Man United tax added on. So we'll put, and Ineos will probably take a million years. Ineos are just looking like Arnold and what's the other guy's name again? Tim Arnold. I can't remember. Arnold and the other guy. They're looking exactly the same, taking a million years, bartering over like 4 or 5 mil, and then in the end paying what the team wanted anyway. So why didn't you just do that from the beginning and save us a whole load of time? Why don't you just? That's it. That's the one, Jim Bob. Yeah, Woodward, bro. That's the one. Ineos are looking like the same thing over and again. So has anything even changed, or is it just the Glazers that were behind this whole thing the whole time and they're still behind it now? I don't know, bro. It's a bit weird. Rajat says he would be a great striker, hopefully, and maybe. Talking about Mateta, he would be a great striker. Like I said, man, for me, Osimhen is number one target. If we could go and get Osimhen, if we could go and nick that off Galatasaray, because it's still not happened yet. It's like, it's just a little touch off. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it there? Is it available? James says United way off Arsenal. We are way off Arsenal right now, but we're still winning trophies. Joshua Boucher says definitely a shame. Talking about Greenwood, I'm guessing. Don't worry about Greenwood. You got Obi. Yeah, Obi's. Yeah, I don't know, man. Obi hasn't shown the like pizzazz that Greenwood showed when he was that age. You know what I mean? Like Greenwood was looking like he had that wow factor about him from early doors. You know, just shifting the ball onto his left foot and banging it. He looked like Van Persie with pace. Looked like he had text for days. Obi, I've watched him in the youth team. I've watched him. He's just looking like a good, strong striker that's bullying people. And I was talking about Greenwood then. Yeah. Ron saying, worrying we've made 0 sales. There it is. Worrying we've made 0 sales. It is worrying. But look, Sancho's apparently done. We've still got Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, and Malacia to get rid of. Those are the 5, innit? So Sancho's apparently out the door. Juventus are now apparently in for Rashford too, or they're thinking about it or something like that. So that would be good. If Juve can take both of them off our hands, happy days. And I think both of them players will go there and do well. The slow pace suits Sancho. Rashford for the last 3 seasons has been moving a lot slower than he usually or that he used to. If he goes to the Serie A, he'd clean up. He'd do really well. Look, McTominay's gone there and scoring goals. Why? Because he's a bit faster than everyone else and he's a bit more. If Rashford goes there, I think he'd do really well, man. I think he'd clean up. He'd get some goals, man. I think Sancho will do well as well. He'll have the time that he likes to have on the ball. You know, whenever he's back at Borussia Dortmund and he's got that time and he looks a lot better player. Sancho is a good player. He is an intelligent player and he is good on the ball. If you give Sancho time on the ball, he can hurt teams. So I hope they both go there together, hold each other's hands and rub each other's backs, and maybe even Garnacho can join them. But apparently he wants to stay in the Premier League. I don't know why, to be honest, but yeah, he wants to stay in the Premier League, they're saying. Aston Villa are now looking at him. I think that would be a good signing for Aston Villa. I think Garnacho could go there. I think Garnacho can do well there. He's young. He's young enough to adapt and go there and do all right. I think that might be his level. Joshua Boucher says, you think we're getting a decent midfielder in this summer? I hope so. I really do hope so. I hope we're getting somebody in that can play next to Bruno, because I think Amarim's going to play Bruno in a deeper position. And if Amarim plays Bruno in a deeper position, then you need somebody next to him that can kind of do a bit of everything, win the ball. Not like Agate's a ball winner. Well, he's supposed to be a ball winner, but he's passing and he's keeping the ball ticking in his brain side of his game isn't really the top. Then you got Mainu, who is a good short passer, a good mover, good keep the game ticking kind of guy, but is he a great ball winner? Not really. So we've got players that you can chop and change and play with Bruno there, And what I'd think would be the best thing is if Ugarte plays against the good teams, against your Man Cities, against your Liverpools. Go on then, I'll throw it in. Go against your Arsenals. And he'll be the man that's there to win the ball, break up the play, in make interceptions, make the big tackles, and then give the ball to Bruno and let Bruno do the decisive stuff and the passing and the whatnot. When you're playing against the smaller teams, play Mainu with Bruno, and let Mainu kind of come into himself and grow as a player that dictates. Because that's why I think people saying he's a number 10. He should be playing in the number 10 behind the strike. Why? What have you seen of him that shows you he's a Kevin De Bruyne, or he's a assists guy, or he's the vision guy? He's not the vision guy. He's the keep the ball ticking guy. He's the keep it moving. He puts his body in the way well to keep the ball in the midfield and turn on the ball, kind of like what Busquets does. But Busquets wins the ball and does interceptions and does all of that stuff. I'm just talking about the way he puts his body over the ball, the way he moves the ball, the way he controls it, the way he passes, the way he takes his time, and blah, 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 blah. So play him against the lower, like the lower teams. Playing him against the teams that are going to sit back and defend, and he just needs to keep the ball ticking. Get the ball, come in deep, collect, pass, move, pass it sideways, pass it forwards, pass it, move it, carry the ball a little bit, pass it. That's what he needs to be doing. So I don't know if we 100% need another centre midfielder. If we do, we need somebody that can kind of do both of those things. Because if one of them two gets injured, we've got Collier, we've got Casemiro. Casemiro can do a job, but his legs are going. I don't know. He's looking like he's a lot more slender now in training. So maybe Casemiro can come in and do a better job this season. So yeah, I don't know, man. We're linked to Florentine Tolisso. We're linked to Ederson of Atalanta. I don't know what's happened to that, but the Tolisso one was made yesterday by L'Equipe. Nothing's been said or happened since then because Ineos can only do one deal at a time. So yeah, not too sure. Jim Bob is saying Glazers still have the final say. So Jim ain't spending his own P. It's club money, and the Glazers are majority shareholders. Yeah, man, I can see that. Like, it shows, because nothing's changed, isn't it? Nothing's changed. It's still penny pinching. It's still, even if someone's coming in, or director of football, Ineos or whoever is coming into the room saying, look, Brentford wants 70 mil, let's pay it. Then you got Glazers who are making the final decision going, you know what, now let's not. Let's give them 64, because it's still looking like this is what was happening with Woodward and Arnold, or maybe it wasn't their fault the whole time. So yeah, man. We're only getting a CM if we sell one. Apparently, Collier might be for sale now. What do we think of that? Would we sell Collier? He's a good young player, man. He kind of does a bit of everything. I wouldn't like us to sell Collier. I'd like us to develop him, see what he can become. I mean, he doesn't look the greatest, but he looks like he can do a bit of everything, and he looks like he needs to come into himself. I'd like to see him stay, man. Man United used to be that team where we'd grow players, we develop them, they get better at Man United, and then we'll sell them once they get good. Or sometimes we don't sell them, you know what I mean? So Mainu used to be an attacker coming through in the academy and isn't great on the half turn, which you need in a CM. He doesn't do it naturally. He's more of a flair player than a battler. Yes, and that's why I'm saying I'd rather play him against the lower level teams in the centre mid, because he's not going to have to battle as much because they're playing against the lower block. So what we're going to have to do is break down their defense, especially if they're setting up, with the banks, and they're setting up with the low block. We're going to have to break that down, unpick it slowly, just like what Barcelona do, that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm saying Mainu should be playing in those games in the centre mid, because he can kind of push forward a little bit more. Whereas against the better teams, you're going to need your Ugarte, you're going to need your interceptor, your what's the word, the breakup play, the breakup man. So Tolisso ain't happening because he's 30. Ineos' new transfer strategy is 26 and under, unless it's a loan deal for the year. Yeah, maybe it will be a loan. Now, listen, I'm not saying Tolisso is the man. He's got like an 84% pass completion rate, which is less than Ugarte. Ugarte's got like 88 last season. Tolisso got 10 goals and 9 assists in all competitions last season, which is all right. But he doesn't win the ball back as much as Ugarte. His tackling and interception rates are lower than Ugarte's was last season. And his pass completion is worse than Ugarte's last season. We don't need him for goals and assists. We don't need a centre midfielder for goals and assists. We've got Bruno next to him. Bruno will be the centre midfielder that gets the assists and the goals and whatever. We got 2 attacking midfielders who we need to be. Did you know what I mean? Like the goals and assists came from Bruno last season because our front three was so shit. So now the front three is better. We need the centre midfielders to just do their job. We don't need goals and assists. We don't really need. I don't think Tolisso is the man for us anyway. I don't think we should be going for Tolisso. I think he's available. He's going to be cheap or whatever. I don't think there. Yeah, maybe you're right. It's probably going to be a loan deal for Tolisso. 894 subscribers. Big up everyone in the chat. Let's get to 900. Only 6 away. That's right, boys. Listen, I know there's 6 of you that ain't subscribed. There's 114 of you live in the chat right now, watching live right now. And I know that about 6 of you haven't subscribed. So let's get subscribing. Let's get liking. And let's get going, man. Joshua Boucher, I kind of feel Bruno is an imbalance in that deeper role. Maybe Mainu needs a partner in that role. You're right, but Amorim's going to play him there. Amorim likes him there. For me personally, I like Bruno more in the cam roles. I like Bruno anyway, man. Bruno's good, man. He's a good player. But yeah, you're right. It is more of an imbalance playing him in there because it can get run through quite easily. And maybe it's a thing where, like, against the better teams, you play Bruno more in an attacking role, and you put Ugarte and Mainu in the midfield, or Casemiro and Ugarte in the midfield. So yeah, Bruno. It can literally play in any position that I feel, and sorry, in the midfield, and in the cam, the 8. Maybe not so much as the deeper, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's exactly where Amorim's going to be playing him. He's going to be playing him in that deeper role. So he needs somebody that's going to be able to do a bit of everything next to him. Win the ball, keep the ball ticking, keep the ball passing, and pass to him. You know, you're going to need a player that just wins the ball and passes to him, especially in the better games, because he's going to be the one that makes the quick transitions happen. You know, that's what Bruno's game is. Especially we're playing against teams that are going to have us under the cosh. You want a player in the midfield that's going to win the ball and give it to Bruno. Let Bruno just do the quarterback thing. Do Man United need to sell to progress? Yeah, we do. We need to sell. We need to sell Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho. Apparently, you know, this is what the penny pinching is all about. You know, this is what they're talking about. They're saying we have to sell these players to make enough money to buy other players. I think it's all to do with the PSR and to do with wages as well. So yeah, we do. We need to sell. We need to sell these guys to be able to move forward. Tolisso is a baller, though. Don't get it twisted. Ex-Barca and Bayern, lots of experience, and he can do it all in CM. He ain't coming, though. Don't get me wrong. I like Tolisso. I liked him at Lyon the first time around. Obviously, he has to be a baller for Bayern to want to go for him. I don't know how well he done there and whatnot, but I do like Tolisso. I just don't think he's the man for us. I don't think he is what we need. I don't think he's especially like at 30, he's gonna come into the Prem and be the man. I think there's better midfielders out there, and there's better centre midfielders that we should be going for. So yeah. It's going off in the chat right now. Jonathan Burke saying no shade can be thrown on Bruno. Jim Bob is saying we should have taken the 100 mil. What's going on? Man saying Bruno can play as a 6, 8, or a 10. Bruno's the man. Wait. Joshua saying no shade on Bruno, chat. Ron saying Bruno's absolutely arse cheeks. Come on, man. We can't say that, bro. Ron, I know how you feel about Bruno, but we can't say that. Look, I understand he gets the ball, he moves it a little bit too quick. He's a bit hasty sometimes. But like I say, he's got to do that, because at the same time, his assists and his goals kind of make up for that. Because he has to be the man that makes those risky passes. If no one's making those risky passes and we're all playing safe for 100% pass completion rate, then how's the ball going to go for? How are we going to score goals? How are we going to get the ball forward? Because no one else is doing it. No one else is making those passes. No one else is making chances. No one else is doing any of that. So anyone disrespecting Bruno's game doesn't watch ball properly. It's all going off. It's all going off. Faizan is saying we should have sold Bruno for 100 mil, maybe. But bro, Bruno's Bruno, innit? Bruno will have to be more disciplined this season and sit more. Amorim will pattern that out for sure. Don't know if Amorim's patterning anything, but yeah, he is going to have to be a little bit more disciplined and sit more, which I think he can do. Like, we saw him do it a lot last season. Like, again, look at that game. I know they're not the greatest, but look at that game against Leicester in the FA Cup, where he sat deep and just done the quarterback thing and absolutely controlled and bossed the game. Even against Arsenal when we drew 2-2, Bruno, against Liverpool that game, and when we drew with them as well at Anfield, Bruno can do it, man. Bruno can do anything, bro. I don't understand the Man United fans that hate on Bruno. I can't get you. I can't get you lot. Like, I try to understand it, because at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes he's too quick on the ball. He's hasty. He puts his head down and just hits the ball kind of sometimes. I understand all that, but at the same time, when we're playing the quick transitions, he needs to do that, because if he doesn't do that, then who is going to do that? It's all going off in the chat. What did Bruno do for us when we needed him against Spurs? Wow, you're gonna blame the guy on one game after he has been our engine for the last 4 years. Homie GH, Man United not selling Bruno is a huge mistake, and it won't affect us now, but it'll affect us in the future. Look, we could have used that 100 mil, but I don't know, man. Never a foul saying talking crap again. Bruno FC is a joke. Man led us to 15th. Was it him? Is it his fault though? Like, maybe if Bruno didn't play, then we'd have got relegated, because maybe his goals and assists kept us up. Like, are we really gonna blame Bruno for all of that? Jonathan says Bruno was our best player last year. He was, but obviously, we will never control games with his chaotic style of play. How many managers are going to face the sword because of him? Is it because of him? I don't know, man. Yeah, look, I get what you're saying. He is chaotic, but what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Just sit there and play it safe? Like, either way he can't win, innit? Either way he can't win. If he sits there and plays it safe, you're going to say, oh, he doesn't make chances and he doesn't get assists. But if he plays the way he does play, yeah, cool. He might suffer when it comes to he might suffer when it comes to the pass completion rate. But he makes up for it with assists, with goals, with chances created, you know, and that's kind of what we need at Man United, man. It's all popping off right now. United have a recent history of not selling players at the right time and then lose them for next to nothing. Pogba, Lingard, Sancho, Lindelof, all the guys we held on for too long and should have sold earlier. Not Pogba. Pogba we should have kept, bro. Pogba is somebody but we should have never sold. Maybe we should, maybe because of his injuries and stuff like that came later on. But Pogba is a guy that got mistreated, man. We should have tried our hardest. 3 open play goals didn't really do much for us in the league. It was a bit more than 3. I think he scored like 5 pens. What did he score in total? 9 goals or something? Or 4 pens or something? I don't know. But 3 open play goals didn't really do much for us in the league. He got a bunch of assists in the league, though. And he played a lot of the games deeper. So I don't know where his goal. He scored important goals. He scored that goal against Arsenal in the FA Cup as well to knock them out and get us to you know, like he pops up when we need him. And he pops up in times when, you know, everybody else is down and out, and that's why he is the person who he is. He makes those decisive passes. He takes those risks. Bruno is the heart and soul of the club. He's the only player that has fire in his belly. Sell him and watch no one care. It's true. Like, look, we turn around and we're like, oh, we don't like Sancho because he doesn't play like he wants to play for the club and carry the badge and da 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 da. But then we also hate Bruno in the same breath when he's the guy that wants to play for us and wants to carry the club and wants to do this and wants to take it on his back and wants to do all of this stuff. And I just don't understand it. Bruno's good. I'm not denying this, but imagine being able to spend 100 million on a midfielder. We could have bought Yildiz easily. He's a top talent. Obviously, look, man, these guys are saying they need money, but then when they get 100 million offer for Bruno, they say no. So I don't understand that one really and truly. Like, this is why I'm saying Ineos have money. They've got money. The money's there. They're just lying. They're just trying to tell us that they ain't because maybe they want other teams to stop charging the Man United tax. I don't know. To win games of football, you need to control the game via midfield. If we spend half the game facing transitions because he's losing the ball when we're already shit in transition, we're cooked. This is the thing, like, we do need to control games in the midfield, but we also need to get goals and assists. So do we take, is the option, is the solution to take Bruno out of the midfield? Because if he's playing in one of the cam positions, then he has more free reign to get his goals, get his assists, do you know what I mean? So it's also true that to win games of football, there are many ways, not just the way you have in your head. Bruno is not the problem. Wake up, fickle fans are. It's getting heated up in here. Like, look, to win a game of football, you need to score goals. To win a game of football, I agree, you need to control the midfield. It's true. It's very true, Ron. But to win a game of football, you need to score goals. At Man United, we haven't really got who have we got that's got the eye of the needle, that's going to pick out those passes, that's going to get the ball to the striker, that's going to score the goals. It has to be Bruno. That's the only person that we have that does that, and it's the only person that has the confidence and the drive and the bloody balls to do it. So I don't know, man. Like, look, I like Bruno, man. I like Bruno a lot, but it's going off in the chat. I can't even keep up with it. Lads, get your likes and get your subscribes on, man. There's 96 of you left. Get subscribing, get liking. I'm gonna call it a night. You lot keep going in the chat as much as you lot want. The Bruno chat. Listen, we're gonna do another video on this, man. We're gonna do another video on this. We're gonna talk about Bruno. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of talk about Bruno this whole season. I am a Bruno fan. I'm not gonna hide it. We will run when you're about, man. We'll have you on. We'll have you on for a debate, Man United debate, and we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this properly, and we can go back and forth. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. Subscribe so you can get a load of that, man. We're gonna be doing that stuff all of the time. So yeah, man, I'm gonna have to love you lot and leave you. And I said, why are you running? Why are you running? You know what? I've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes. People are probably getting bored of my voice. I said you can't end the live till 900 subs. Only 2 subs to go. Hey, 2 more of you. Yeah, there's 105 of you in the chat. Subscribe, man. This is gonna be good. Look, it's going off already. It's going off already. Run. I need you. I need to have you on, man. We're gonna have it out, me and you, on live. Yeah, we're gonna have a good Man United debate, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, 2 more subscriptions, man. Get them in. And yeah, I'm gonna have to love you lot and leave you, man. Keep it going. And yeah, until next time, people. One love, man. Big up United. United.